Well, so what's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Dalek JD. Obviously a bit of a different video today, a little echoey. I'm in a different spot of the house today and something arrived in the post today. Now, obviously, it's no surprise what this is. If I didn't get one before, I would honestly have no idea or any sort of ideas on what this could be, but as you can see, something arrived today from Call of Duty and we are going to be unboxing it. Now, obviously, Comic-Con is very close to happening for Black Ops 4 Zombies, and I think this might be something to do with it. Now, just before I go and open this is literally the lightest box I've ever held in my life. I like feeling it going, like rolling it from side to side, trying to feel like if whatever's inside it is shifting around the box, but there's nothing, like it's absolutely silent and it is so thin, I almost feel like there's nothing in it, which I really hope is not the case this time around, because that would suck. Now, all we know so far is that there's an Odin statue. We've never seen any other Norse god statues in BO4 from the trailers that we've seen or anything like that, so I am assuming this is going to be another one of those, but what it could be exactly, we have no idea. And I thought for this video, I would get out my fancy camera and the fancy light to make sure that this is as good quality as humanly possible. So we've got it open, and oh boy, so we have, you know, a bunch of these, and I mean, you can't even see this, so let me just lean this over for you. So as you can see, there is an envelope. Now, there was not an envelope last time around when it came to Noah's package, so we've got a black envelope here and it's taped up. There's just nothing on it, it's just a blank envelope. So I really hate opening envelopes because I always make a mess of them, but I'm gonna try and do this as carefully as possible here. And okay, I'm here with you guys. So this says, and it's so bright you can't even see it. Let me just, oh, hang on, the camera seemed to have been trying there. There we go. Welcome to the Chaos Story, the Zombies team. So it's the same paper which Noah got as well, and I thought the artwork on it was incredibly cool, so I wanted to try and get as close up of that as possible, just so you can see. Sorry about all the glare from the lights, but it's a really nice little bit of artwork there. You've got the zombies' hands, which you see in the character artwork as well. So that's cool. Don't know why they put it in an envelope, because that really made me think that there was something else in there. But we'll put that to one side for now, as the box is what we're really looking for here. So let me just go ahead and fold these over so they aren't so much in the way of your view. And we can get straight into it. So I don't want to make too much of a mess, but there is something wrapped up in polystyrene. Oh my god, just from the outline alone, this thing looks wild. Okay, let's put this down for one moment. It's small and it's very oddly shaped, so I'm going to try my best to open this without damaging it. I'm sure, since this shipped from literally around the world, from America to here, I highly doubt it made it without a single blemish, but we'll give it a go. Oh, so it is a statue. Okay, we're getting there. We're slowly unpeeling the layers. And alrighty. I just don't want to scratch it by accident. This is wrapped very nicely. Appreciate Treyarch and the Activision team on this one. And what do we have here? Oh my god. We have a female Norse god here called Danu. Wow. So look at that detailing. Will the camera focus on it? Yeah, look at that. That is beautiful right there. Lots and lots of detail, even on the sides of it, as well as on the back. There is a lot of detail there. And as of me recording this right now, I have no ideas about Danu, but just like with Noah's, there was something on the bottom. Is there something on the bottom this time? Yes, there is. I'm gonna try and get this as close to the camera as possible. And that's in pretty nice lighting and focus to me. I'm gonna try my best to decipher this within this video, but from what I can tell, These are all symbols from alchemy which relate to words which we've managed to describe from the poster, but it seems like we're not actually supposed to be just doing that. This is some sort of language which is supposed to have somewhat of a cipher message. At least that's what I believe when talking to Liam. But there we have it, Danu. And look at it lit up in that light. It just looks beautiful. Different symbol this time on the bottom. And just like last time in the trailer, we noticed there was lights there. That was a hollow hole which is now covered up. And honestly, it resembles a little bit the summoning key. But I'm not too sure. But on first impressions, this is a beautiful statue, not a single speck of damage, and it looks to be something related to nature. I have no idea what Danu is actually about at this moment in time, as I've not done any research. I don't really know anything about Norse mythology. I'm sure you guys probably already learned that by now, but wow, look at that detail. This is a beautiful, beautiful statue. Thank you, Treyarch, so much for the for sending this my way. I feel extremely blessed to be part of whatever this is for Black Ops 4 Zombies. It's just got so much detail, it's beautiful. Let's get some more close-ups with it on the table. My fancy camera couldn't focus on the statue properly, and just the positioning of the camera, it just wasn't working. So we're going to replay this footage again. After getting on the internet and doing some research, I was actually wrong, and you guys might have already commented about this, but Danu isn't actually a Norse god. This is actually the most ancient goddess of the Celtic gods. She was referred to as the mother of the Irish gods, which indicates she was a mother goddess. Now, her name means knowledge, wisdom, teacher, wealth, and abundance, and she's also known as Dana and as her Welsh equivalent Don. A triple goddess, which means she's able to take the form of the maiden, the mother, or the crone, and a divine lady who is the essence of the earth, the air, and the essence of water. What's really intriguing, as there isn't actually that much known about her on the internet. The hypothetical nominative form of the name Danu is not found in any medieval Irish text, but is rather a reconstruction by modern scholars based on the genitive Danan, which is the only form attested in the primary sources, such as the collective name of the Irish gods. And the etymology of the name has been a matter of debate since the 19th century, with some early scholars favouring a link with the Vedic water goddess Danu, whose name is derived from the Proto-Indo-European root Denen-tu, which is meaning to run or to flow, which may also lie behind the ancient name for the river Danube. Now, this is really interesting because as it stands up until now, we thought that all of these perk statues, or what we assume to be perk statues, were all based off of Norse gods, and we just narrowed it down to just Norse. But it seems like Treyarch are going down a route where there is goddesses from multiple different countries, different eras, different time periods, which is all culminating really, really well with the ideas that our new characters are thrown into what seems to be ancient Rome, as well as in the 20th century on the Titanic. So it really seems like we're going to be thrown around a load of different time periods, and this could also symbolize a time period which our characters might be in at some point. Like I just told you, Danu was in Irish mythology the hypothetical mother goddess, and as you can tell from the statue, if it's something related to Mother Nature, then there is a ton of like tree branch and root all around this statue, and a really beautiful detail on the back. As you saw when we turn it around, you can see the sort of like miniature branch-esque some roots which form this shape. And as you saw earlier, what I pointed out, the symbol is also all over the entire bottom of the statue, and you can find that as well in the Irish mythology for Danu. Now, it might not be just limited to Irish mythology. You guys might do some research and find a different mythology which links in with a goddess called Danu, but from all these different images I'm showing you, it seems like this links up pretty well as Danu, the Celtic mother goddess, as other imagery of her does show lots of nature as well. And if she is Mother Nature herself, then she has the power to create, you know, nature and trees and plants. So how could this exactly involve in Black Ops 4 Zombies? these. We assume this still to be perk related, but maybe these aren't perk related. I really don't know. And as I showed you guys in the video as well with the cipher on the bottom, this is it decoded by yours truly. Again, it doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. There is a lot of different symbols there, a few which we've had before, some new ones as well, which were a little bit tricky to work out. But again, we managed to get to the bottom of it by using our trusty table of alchemical processes by a novel which was published in 1657 from Annabelle Bartlett. I feel like maybe at some point Treyarch might release an official translation of all of these, because even though we can relate them to French words, which, you know, works with this table in 1657, it just doesn't seem to make sense. And I feel like there is some like hidden messages which, you know, we aren't quite getting to the bottom of, as they're not just standard translating into English words. But if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a thumbs up. Massive thank you again to everyone at Activision and Treyarch for even considering me as someone to receive one of these amazing statues, which will all make sense, I'm sure, when we actually see the Comic-Con panel and all this new information. But thank you so much for watching. You've been amazing, and I'll catch you on another video very, very soon.